Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to, obviously, another Body Mechanics Masterclass. We have so many of these. So hopefully you guys are tuned in and you're going to be enjoying another one of my masterclasses. We're obviously going to be continuing from where we left off with Mikey, Mr. Ninja Turtle, with the Jackie Chan mix. So that's a cool mix actually. Jackie Chan and Michelangelo. But yeah, I mean, like we're in spline now. So last time we did a good 31 frames, maybe, if you guys remember. And then that's basically like a quarter of the shot done already. So I did say, like, in the spline stage, things are going to go much more quicker. Oh, we've got people in the chat. Hey guys, feel free to be chatty in the chat box. We've got Sid the Tired. I know who that is. You can have your fake names in there, your nicknames and aliases, but I know who you are. Cool. Yeah, it's nice to see you in the chat, and like, welcome to the live stream. Hope you enjoy, and yeah, if you guys hit that like, we'll get started. So I don't want money, I just want likes. Cool. All right, guys, we'll get straight into it. So I like to keep these masterclasses around 1 hour. One, because I get burnt out, and two, I don't want you guys falling asleep on me. You know, I think 1 hour is a good amount of time to get enough information. Then we can go straight into enough that you don't forget. Double audio for some reason. Oh, really? Do I? Oh, interesting. So, is my voice echoing? So, hold on. How about now? Is that better? Let me know in the chat. I played around with the audio a little bit, so hoping that it will fix the fan noise that's coming through. So, let me just open the chat so I can see. Thank you for letting me know, by the way. Let's go to the chat. Let me just minimize this chat. Whoops. Okay. It's still the same. Okay, that's annoying. So, okay, what I'll do is I'll just remove this. That's remove. How about now? Did that fix? That should fix because I removed the audio thing that I've added in there. Just let me know in the chat, because I don't want you guys to, it to mess up your experience of just like watching. Because that'll be really annoying if you just keep hearing me. You want to hear me, but you don't want to hear me all the time. So let's see. Let's take a look in the chat box. See if hopefully that's fixed it. So let me see. There we go. Yes, it's better now. Okay, so what I'll do is I will edit the live stream so it starts from here. So you guys don't hear me going, do-do, do-do, hello, hello, is anybody alive out there? I don't want you guys to hear that. So, okay, welcome to Body Mechanics Masterclass. This is part 7. On the last part, if you remember part 6, because you guys are here with me, we basically did the spline introduction. And you saw me take whatever I did in blocking from part 1 to 5 into spline, and you saw how quickly I got like a good 31 frames out the way pretty quickly. That's the reason for that, guys. I'll tell you, is because when I did my blocking, I made sure I put all the spacing, the ease-ins, ease-outs, the 12 principles. Yes, you're blocking a shot, but I made sure I add as much information as I can. So when I do go into spline, I'm not putting motion and thinking about the poses. You know what I mean? So I did a lot of my work in blocking. Now I just kind of, if I wasn't on a live stream, I'll put my headphones on, listen to music and just smooth things out. But yeah, anyway, so welcome to everyone in the chat. Hit that like, please. And yeah, we can jump in. And if there's any issues like audio or visibility and stuff, just do let me know, guys. Don't be shy. Just do let me know in the chat, and I will try to resolve it. So hopefully that helps. I put that noise cancellation thing to hopefully help with the fan noise that I have right next to my laptop, but it seems to have doubled my voice for some reason, and that's not what we want. So apologies about the fan noise, but yeah, that's I'll give it another test. So let's get into it. So let's get started. And do let me know, like, from the other streams or the videos that I do, if there's any specific stream or video that you liked, what you liked about it. It just lets me know that, what kind of stuff you guys are enjoying. So let's do a quick recap of where we were. just so I can remember. Cool. So Mikey's breathing, and then he goes, whoa, into that cool move. So what I think I'll do is I'll focus on this section. So we've done the breathing, and you saw towards the end of last stream, I got to the part where I'm moving his legs there. So I would say from 30, let's say 38, because I don't want to start exactly on 30, 31. I would like to have some handles. Handles are what we call in visual effects or feature animation. You want to give yourself some frame before and after of what you're working on. So if you're working on 10 frames, you want a few frames before and a few frames afterwards, just to help you gauge and see what's happening. So I'll just go to 28. 28, and where do we want to go to that? Well, that's a lot. Let's see. Let's go for like 60. Let's aim for 60, but there is quite a few things happening in there. There, that dodge. I'm going to try tackle today. You see how Jackie is like bending over, like that big body rotation he's doing? I'm going to try get that out the way. And then he goes into this pose around 60. Cool, let's aim for that and see how far we get. Obviously, we're starting a new shot, so always save, save, save. You can never save too much. So we're going to our My Files, Spline, version 4. Let me see what's happening. And again, guys, animation related stuff, you can ask me anything in the chat box. However, anything that's like outside of animation, well, like schools, jobs, studios, blah, 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 please leave that towards the end of the stream, and I'm more than happy to answer your questions. Okay, so let's get started. So we've done the breathing, and now let me look at Jackie, because I need to know what Mr. Jackie Chan is doing before I go into here. So, okay, we've done that breathing. He ducks down. That's important. Now, I said on the last stream, there's something weird happening here. It's a gimbal lock, 100% a gimbal lock. And I'm going to show you guys how to fix that in this. I'm actually happy this happens because I can show you how to fix it. So gimbal lock is when all your rotations, X, Y, Z, is going like crazy. And there is a way to fix that. So there's a couple ways, but I'll show you one way. I'm not giving all my secrets in one go. I'm joking. There's no need to do all different ways of fixing it. Well, the stream will be forever. Cool, all right, let's get this guy here. So I want to go into my, where's the graph editor? I'm blind. Okay, there we go, cool. Come on. So if I was to grab the main control that I'm using to rotate Mr. Michelangelo here, see what's happening? That rotation X is going down. Y is kind of going down, X is going up. There's a lot, like, they're kind of, well, let's call it like this. They become like a bit of a spaghetti. They're kind of all entwined. The quickest way to fix this is, I would say, let's try this. So you see how it's going at a negative, so the values have really gone jumbled up. What I mean by that is, when you were rotating, you've rotated it rather than one axis, like this, rather than doing this one at a time. You see all those axes in the channel box, this section here? I'm doing one rotation, but it's rotating all these other ones. It's basically countering the rotations from all angles to get what you want, and that's not what you want. So the quickest way is look at your graph editor, go into curves, and go into this thing called Euler filter. This is like a 50-50. It might fix it, it might not, but let's give it a go. So look at my graph editor here, look what happens. Click. I'm not sure if it's fixed it, but we'll see. No, it's not fixed it. Oh wait, hold on. Let me smooth all these out. Hold on. The translates as well as the rotates. So grab these guys, smooth it all out, and now let's go to the Euler filter. Click, and let's see now. I'm looking at the motion of what Mikey's doing and looking at Jackie Chan. Besides this big movement here, the main body's kind of doing what it needs to. I think that's fixed. Whoa, there's something weird happening here. There, that's too much. It might just be a rotation that I have on the body as well. So it might not be the fact that, yeah, it's this one here. There's a weird rotation. Maybe I can fix that like this. Let's see. I'm still mindful of not deleting some of the keys that I have. So, do we have an all control that I created? Yes, of course we do. I wouldn't be me if I didn't. Click. Okay, there we go. So there was a weird key in there that I had to just get rid of. There. Okay, now I'm just looking at the rotation of this body and this guy here. This is quite important. I know I've not started to animate yet, but this is quite important for making sure that my character does what he's supposed to do. Okay, cool. Forget the legs. Don't worry about the legs because they're in position of what I want to do. Now I can go in there and start making him move. Because I think that's what animation is, right? Making characters move. Let's see. If you guys please don't fight in the chat. Be nice to one another. Cool. All right. So you can tell us any tips on how to save time while animating it. Yeah, sure. I mean, like so basically, Mario, when I am actually animating here, I'm always giving tips. So for example, like that example that I just showed you there, I'll be explaining why I do it and the problems and stuff to avoid and what it helps avoid actually at the same time. So, okay, cool. Let's see. So he starts to go slightly up around here. So I want to zoom in to see the hips. I'm looking at this and this section. There's a small down, up. He jumps up, but I'm going down here. See, I've missed that section. So he goes down there. That's the lowest. Up. This bit should be up. It's a slight up. So he goes down for your anticipation. That's the anticipation. And me explaining these is kind of like tips, really, to be honest. And then here he starts to come down. Maybe I'll do this. He starts to come down quite sharply. Down, down, down. I want to scroll as well to see. Down, down, down. Oh, wait, hold on. There's a small down, up. This bit's an up. There's a small, like, kind of down, up arc happening from his hips. So if we follow his hips, he jumps up. He comes down, but there's a small... Let me show you with the snippet. Let's grab this pose. So it's in this polish and spline stage, be very, very careful. So when he does go up, he comes down, and then there's a small little this section happening. We don't want to add this, for example. Oh, he goes up, and then he comes down, and he goes up. This will feel very flat for some reason. Why am I looking at my iPad? You guys are here. That little dot on my laptop. So this, the red line that I've drawn, that's what I kind of had in there. But when I go into polish stages and I'm working and adding extra little fine little details, so Mario, this will be the tip. So now I'm scrolling through and I'm noticing and I'm like, oh, hold on a minute. There's something happening in there that I need to add a small little hip adjustment, or maybe even so a rotation that I can now see clear, because I'm not looking at the whole body. I'm not posing the arms, legs, hands. There's so much that I'm trying to add in there that it's impossible to add everything. So yeah, that's what I would be looking for now. So that's what I've noticed. There's a down, slight up, and then slight down again. That's this section. So let's see. And then he goes back up. Awesome. I'm really enjoying this kind of like adding kung fu stuff, because it's making it, it's just fun. I might actually do a very let me know in the chat, guys. I was thinking about doing this for a while, but it makes it more, you know, I'm more tempted to do it when you guys are with me on the stream. I really enjoy animating like that. I'm thinking of doing, maybe after this, if you've enjoyed this like a kung fu body mechanic stuff, maybe I could do a very Spider-Verse kind of animation and like highly polished. So animating on twos, kind of stepped, you know, the style that Spider-Verse is. Just let me know in the chat if that's, or even in the comments. Let me know in the comments. Let's change it up. Let me know in the comments if you would like Spider-Verse kind of, yeah. Okay, so I'm looking just for the up and down on Mikey. And the more I do it, the more it's going to become obvious, you know. Like, don't focus on the legs, because I can only do one thing at a time, guys. Go easy on me. Okay, this is the best part of the pose, right? This looks awesome. Yep, even professional animators have broken poses sometimes. We've got to work on it bit by bit. Yeah. Okay. What I might do, okay, let's see what you guys are saying. For the Spider-Man animation thingamajig that I'm talking about, I'll maybe put some effects in there just to make like environments, effects, all that stuff as well. So you'll have like one shot, it's Spider-Verse. So let me know in the comments, not the chat, for the Spider-Verse thing. So it's like a yes, I want a Spider-Verse animation, please, or thank you, or can you? So I'll look at the comments for that rather than a chat, just to change things up. All right, so let's jump in here, guys. So as I mentioned for the rotation, I want to see if there's a better rotation that I can get to fix this. So you'll click on the, this is, by the way, Animbot. So I would recommend, it's not mine, I've not sponsored, but if you can get Animbot, and in Animbot, there's a tool where you can click this guy here, go to the controllers that you selected. So it's the main controller, and I'm using these controllers. So my rotation order is X, Y, Z. It's telling me it's not that great. Whereas if you can have the same rotations on YZX, it's okay. ZXY, okay. And then you see this one here, XZY. Now, I'm not the most technical animator, but what I do knows. What I do knows is that this rotation order here makes it better in the sense that it changes the rotation orders to fix what's happening in here. So let's nose this now. Cool. So let's go in there, change the rotation order, click, and keep an eye, see what's happened there. It's now going in there and changing all our rotation orders while still keeping the rotations that we have. Cool, there. And that should be much, much better. All right, so forward rotation. So when a character goes forward, he starts to lean there. He continues leaning forward, but we've got this little dent here. We just need to continue that. Leans forward. We still need to continue that. He's not stopped. So I will look in the comments to see if there's any messages about the Spideyverse. I really liked it. Actually, I think I was going to work on one of those. I think maybe number 2. It just never happened. Maybe I'll get a chance to work on number 3. It looks like a fun project. Like it. As an animator, I'm sure you guys look at that and go, I'd like to work on that. And when it's finished, you can, just say that was actually awesome to work on there, because there's not only are you going to enjoy working on that film, but the amount you're going to improve with the animators around you, it's going to be crazy. Like, there's going to be so many talented people that you're going to be collaborating with, seeing their shots in. So let's see that rotation. There. Okay, let's do this. A big rotation there. Keep him there. He stays there. He starts to come back up. Okay. So for the Spider-Verse thing, after the stream, I will look into the comment section. If there's enough interest, I'll start maybe with like a very small Spider-Verse style to show you guys how the style is created. Maybe like a head turn or grabbing something, or like a reaction. And if that gets enough traction, or like, when I mean traction from you guys, not like the global world of YouTube and all that stuff. It's more of a, if you guys show interest and you liked it, then I'll probably think about doing a whole shot where, let's just say, Miles Morales, he does maybe like some Spideyverse stuff. Cool. Right, let's see Spider-Verse to one side for now. Let's look at our Ninja Turtle. So, see now how I'm starting to get that motion of Mikey just rotating? By the way, should I just say Mikey or Jackie? Because I'm like, yeah, it's Mikey's doing this, but it's actually Jackie's motion. So now when you look at his motion, he's starting to dodge. He goes right and rotates downwards. So what I want is, now, if you see my videos on overlapping action, yes, Mikey is turning left and right, but I want the upper half of the body to go first, slightly earlier. Because we never move like this, do we? It's the head, chest, and hips. it's just happening throughout the body non-stop. So, okay, let's go in here and see how much of that we can get. So I'm looking at the chest. Which one did I rotate? Grab this one here. Grab that one there. No, where did I? Oh, here we go. There we go. Ah, there's a bit of a, let's see, click. There's a bit of a big rotation that we have there as well. Let me see if I can delete this. Okay, I don't need that. I just want to avoid any rotation I have in there that I don't really need. So I'm just going to delete this. I don't want that. Delete that. Mario with Spider-Verse stuff. Mickey. What are you guys saying in the chat? Right. Okay. Give me 2 seconds. Is that too bright now? Yep, there we go. Okay. So, whoops, it's too bright. There we go. That's better, I think. Cool. All right. Let me check what you guys are saying in the chat. Just so you know I'm here, I'm still looking, seeing what you guys are saying. I can even see if you guys put anything in the comment section. Let's see. Oh, no comments. Okay. Or maybe I don't see. Wait, hold on. Is there even a comment section on the live stream? Okay, let's see. So Mario says that's awesome. I think he likes the idea of Spider-Verse stuff. And John says Mario with Spider-Verse stuff. And Timothy says Mickey. Is that what we should call the character? Or maybe Luigi. Let's call him Luigi. No. Come on, guys. This Mikey is an awesome Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle character. Cool. All right. So I found that I had a few keys in here that were unnecessary, and I could maybe do without. I'm just gonna like delete. I'm just checking if it destroys it. Let me see if I can add those rotations. This, because I think I put it on 2 different controllers, which I never do. It's supposed to be on this guy here. So I could maybe go, okay, he's leaning back. So when he does this, Jackie's chest rotates left or screen right. So I can add that in there. So look, rotate right. There. And then he goes forward there. See, I'm kind of like animating / splining at the same time. Then he leans forward quite a bit. Let's really get that hand in there. I would expect he's still rotated that way, like this. And then as he gets up, well, let's keep him there still. So, Mario, this is the tips and tricks you're talking about. There we go. So I'm doing something that I'm blocking, splining in spline stage at the same time, just for small areas of detail. There's no point in me going to, I just want to add a motion that's continuing with the whole body, as opposed to, oh, I need to go back in there and start this from scratch. You don't need to do that, guys. Don't do that to yourself. Actually, while we're on the topic of animation, since that's what this channel's all about, what's your favorite anime? Because I'm thinking of doing something with anime as well, because I am a 2D animator as well, so I do love anime, and I'm thinking maybe 2D stuff as well. What's your favorite anime? And you have to only pick one, guys. You can't just pick, oh, I like this. No. Only one. Cool. And over here, Jackie gets up. Let me not forget about the masterclass. All right, cool. So I'm working my way through the chest. Like, see how Mr. Ninja Turtle is? I first worked on the whole body rotating down, sideways away from us, rotating across and getting up. Now I've moved up to the chest and I'm making sure, where am I? Hold on. I want to see myself too. There we go. I want to make sure that, yes, the whole body is rotating like this. However, I still want like a bend, a twist, an overlap. So it's head, chest, body. That's what's going to give you that natural feeling, smooth reaction and motion. Because if we just have, oh, I'm dodging, or I feel a bit like a pinball, you know, like those things that you throw at the bowling arcade. But yeah, that's all she wrote. That's all I'm going to say. So okay, we have the twist on the chest. I know the head is a bit distracting, but try not to focus on that. And then we go here. So now I'm looking at the chest rotation forward. So I'm looking at Jackie again. When he does that, he leans back. So again, I'm paying attention to what's happening with the upper body here. He does that. See how his head goes up a little bit? I want to add that. That would mean the chest goes back as well a little bit. Zoom in. See there? See that little, from frame 33 to 35? There's that little shift in body. You want to add that. So what I'm doing now is like high level, advanced detail stuff for spline and polish stage. We've now moved away from, you know, putting in the main poses. And I'm looking for small movements that I can add in. Now this gets bigger. Look how much he leans. There. And then he pauses there and he reaches forward, then forward. There. He really leans forward there. Forward, forward. Yep, let's keep pushing that. So even though I'm rotating the body from the hips, the upper half of the body is moving as well. So we want to include those in there as well, guys. So let's see. So, whoops, it's too bright. Okay, so I'm going to see what this looks like now. Do a quick play blast. And if I've gone too far ahead, I can always pull back. But I'd rather you guys push up. And here's the thing, when I say push the poses, I mean get what's in the reference and push that. Not necessarily Cloudy Meatballs and Hotel Transylvania. And even if you want to push that, you know what? I'll do well, I mean, I did do at some point. I did cartoony posing, but I didn't do a cartoony animation. So maybe that's something in the works as well for you guys. And something that I'm thinking of doing is, it's not done just yet, but these masterclasses take a long, long time for me to do. And I'm thinking of maybe, well, not maybe, I am thinking, I'll just like tell you guys now, of having in the future, not now, like, because these masterclasses take a long time, it's a lot of information, and it's very time consuming. But I'm happy to do it for you guys, do a couple of these, and do lots of tips and tricks. But in the future, I'm thinking of having maybe a subscription-based workflows, demos, live streams. All the stuff on YouTube will still be there. You can still grab the stuff from here, and I'll still regularly put information here. But the stuff on the subscription-based website is going to be like lots of from step by step. You'll see me polishing shots, just like now, for feature level. So you'll see me think of a shot, do a shot, plan it out from beginning all the way to end, and there'll be tons of those. And you'll have dedicated lectures and demos for all the principles. I will also have industry animators for games, game cinematics, gameplay, also for feature and visual effects, giving lectures and demos where you just go on the website and you just view the ones you want. So there'll be demos and there'll be lectures from all types of animation you want, and it'll constantly be building. So it won't be too much. I think I'm not sure on the price yet. I'll come up with that, but it won't be a lot, and you'll just constantly keep getting lots of live streams, lots of demos, masterclasses, just like this one here. But still, if you're not interested, and you can still more than likely just watch my YouTube channel. There'll be lots of stuff on there as well. It's just it won't be in hyper detail, step by step, because these things take a long, long time. You can see I think we're on part 7 now, and it's a total of like 7.5, 8 hours in total what I've given to this. So yeah, if that's something you'll be interested, it's going to come soon. So just keep your eyes on, on my channel, and like I'll put an announcement when it's ready. But yeah, let's continue with this. Okay, so Jackie is rotating. The only thing is, I feel is Jackie in the film gets up pretty quick around here. Me getting up feels a bit more slow. Okay, but let's not worry about that too much. So we're on frame 28, which is the last bit. Let's go back to 1. And I want to see this whole thing because it does help seeing it all together. Okay, so he's breathing, dodges, gets up. Breathing, dodges, gets up. See, it's starting to come to life. It's alive. Wait, I don't like all those weird things. Oh, here we go. So you see all that clipping stuff happening, that weird kind of like, actually that looks a bit like the guy from Spider-Verse. You know, the bad guy? I don't even know what his name is. But you know the one that's making all these black holes and stuff? All that stuff happening is a clipping plane. So select your camera, go into the attributes editor, and go to your near clipping plane, click this. Let's find a frame where it's weird. There. And maybe put this to 1. No? Put this to... Oh, it's not fixing. Why? Let's put this to 0.1. Let's get rid of this one. Oh, interesting. Why is it doing that? That is annoying. Hold on. Let's save. So let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. The comments section only opens after the live ends. Okay, no, that's awesome. Yeah. I mean, yeah, just have a little think about it. And yeah, let me know after the live stream finishes. Give me because that way I can communicate with you guys after the live stream. So whoever's watching the live stream live now, please leave a little comment afterwards if you would like to see, if you've enjoyed this. And that's not a cool frame to leave it on. There we go. That's better. His head is broken, for God's sake. Yeah, just drop a little comment, guys, if you're watching this afterwards, after the live stream, or if you're watching it now. Let me know in the comment section if you like a Spider-Verse kind of Kung Fu, Miles Morales stuff. And yeah, we'll take it from there. And let's see, John Liley is saying Attack on Titan. Yep, that's awesome. I really like that. Can't just pick one. You'd have to force me to make a tier list to make... No. This is not how we play that game. You pick one or you don't pick. Timothy says, Code Geese. I'm not sure what one that is, but I'm a very big One Piece fan, but I do like just One Piece. I just said no more than one. Cool. All right. So let's see how we're doing. How many people do we have in the chat? Oh, we've got 3 people watching. Awesome. I think some people come later on. Maybe watch the stream a little bit later on, but all right, let's continue. So, okay, let's see the whole thing. Let's see the whole movie. He's breathing, he dodges, gets up. I'm somewhat happy with that body rotation. It's getting there. I'm not sure what's happening with this like glitchy thing here. It's very interesting. I usually think it's the clipping plane. Let's try this one. No? Interesting. I also need to get like the textures for this guy done as well because he's, you know, he's in like this weird grayscale, which is not really appealing. But yeah, anyway, let's just focus on this. Let's go back to frame 28, jump on and keep it moving. All right, so I'm going to work on one leg at a time because I can't animate both at the same time, obviously, for obvious reasons. Okay, let's grab this guy and start working this. So, where's Jackie's leg? What is it doing? It's reaching over there. Click. Okay. What frame does it contact? Oh, okay. So when it lands, it twists that way. Okay. There's quite a bit happening. Let me move this guy. Sorry, mate. You need to move. There we go. I might need to go in there and have a few poses maybe. Because there's a few more things happening that I've not added. I've got the main key poses there. However, there's some stuff that I need to add now. So let's just say that's the contact. But he's rotating from where the toes are. Yeah, that's fine. I want to copy this. Paste it. See when he goes that way? He lifts his foot up. So let's get rid of the foot roll. Let's turn him this way. Let's rotate this, pull this up. I want to go into world space. There. And look how much, like, it's a bit difficult to see, but you can look at Jackie's leg shape. That tells me that we need to think about this in world space there. He's moving across. And also, why is his kneecaps like that? We'll need to bring this down. So you want to get this as close as you can, guys. There. Let's bring this down there. That's a bit more closer. There. See that? That leg is looking towards us. Snap. That turn. That's what you want to get in there. And I've jumped into... Actually, you know what? Let's go into this. I need more space. I've jumped into posing mode because these are things that are crucial that I need to get in there. Okay, that's the contact, which is... Okay, you know what? I can get the contact in here. There's something that I need to grab. So let's go here, 43. He's still reaching. The toes are reaching further ahead. So if I was to go in there and really analyze what's going on, yeah, don't skip things like this, guys. If I look at my leg, it's doing this. His leg is doing that. It's reaching towards this way. Mine is doing that. It's completely different. But that's fine because this is the stage where we can do stuff like this. There we go. Even though he has a very, very interesting leg shape. There. And I also need to... make it work for Michelangelo, because if that's where the maximum I can put the foot, I need to make sure that this transition works. So he's gradually going there and does this. Sometimes you need to try and make it work for your character. Because Jackie, like the amount of space he's going, he might not be able to cover that much space as well. Because, you know, it's just, you're working with a completely different character. Okay. And look at the kneecaps. The kneecaps are rotating left. It stays there. It stays there. We don't want that. We want that continuous rotation or motion of that direction. So if in reality... keep saying that, but like that is what it is. If your kneecaps rotate this way, it will continue rotating that way. Let's do this. Get rid of that. There, there. Yeah, and let me know like if that would be something you guys would be interested in. I'm gonna put like it's still a work in progress. I'm making a lot of little tutorials for you guys. So very like if you can either take my private lessons where I give you lots of time. You can either take it with a class or you can take it one-on-one privately. And if that's not something you want and you're happy to just learn in your own time, there'll be lots of, when it's ready, there'll be lots of tutorials, masterclasses from myself that are very, very in-depth. So the stuff that you're seeing now, there'll be tons of those. And of course, you will have people from the industry where they will be... animating, giving lectures, so it won't just be myself. It'll be like, yeah, industry animators. So yeah, let me know if that's something you'll be interested in. It's always like if you guys are interested in stuff like that, because if you don't want, then yeah, it's always up to it's your choice. All right, but when I launch it, just let me know what your thoughts are. Cool. There, if you look at the foot, it's kind of swinging towards the left side. There, there. That way I can keep this foot out a little bit more. Rotate down. Let's get the kneecap a bit more forward. You can never be too picky with trying to get this right. Actually, if you're a picky animator, that's good news. Not picky as in like, oh, I don't know what to do. It's more of a, oh, hold on, what are the legs really doing? That kind of picky, you know? Oh, what is the foot doing? I really want to make sure I've got the right thing. Like, it's doing the right thing that I want. So over here, for example, look, the foot is doing that. I don't see it anymore, but I would assume that the foot roll starts to go down because he's putting pressure. I don't see it, but I know or expect it to do that. There. And maybe a bit of rotation. Then, when you get over here, oh, what does he do? Okay. Let's leave it like that for now. Let's smooth this out. And actually, I should not say that. Smooth out sounds like, oh, let's make it floaty. What I mean is we've got stepped keys in there, and I just want to get rid of that for now. So I can see how it's moving and what's... When you go into spline, I actually like spline because it shows me, oh, hold on, something around here is not working. There we go. Okay. So that leg is starting to work a little bit. Let's not smooth, let's spline. Just because you smoothed it doesn't mean it's got weight. That's stuff that they won't tell you. Let me see what you guys are doing in the chat. Yo, 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 we've got more people. Jack. Jack, you know the drill. Hit that like, join the gang. Cool. Yeah, if you're new to the channel and you like this kind of stuff, please subscribe and yeah, hit that like. And take a look around the channel. There might be some stuff that, you know, you don't get on the live streams that you get in the video section. And I would say the shorts are the best way because I show you guys little clips of all the videos and live streams. So if there's something that you see in the shorts, that's the best way to kind of go about it. And for those of you that are new, I'll show you something very quickly. So there we are. Some people like, you know, if you see a short you like, there we go. On the page. So we're live right now, aren't we? Okay, so go to shorts, and if you see a video you like, so let's just say squash and stretch. Okay, let's go here, for example. It's on mute, and you're like, oh, okay, cool, I've watched this, I really like it. You could just go, okay, cool, click this button over here at the bottom, and it takes you to the video itself, the full video. So you don't need to search for the video you're looking for. So let's just go down. That's me talking about the art of reference for animators. And you just scroll down here and it says the art of reference for animators and you see it's clickable. Click that, it'll take you directly to the video. So I would just recommend look at the shorts and take it from there onwards, guys. Because the shorts are going to like... It won't show you the whole thing, but it'll show you a little snippet. But with that little link that I've created, you can just go directly into the video you want. Cool. All right. Let's continue. So that leg that we're working on there, I think it's working a bit more better. See, there's a bit of a slide and I'm not fully happy with it. Like here, I don't think it should be sliding towards us. It should be on the spot. Like this section here, the foot, it should be rotating from this point onwards. So if you've planted your foot, it should be rotating like that. Then you hit the heel, then you do that. So even though I can't see it, I know it's doing that. That's the best answer I have. It's doing that. It must be doing that. At the moment, look, it's just sliding across. So what I need to do is, I'll grab this pose, push this forward. You stay there, dude. I'll go in here, put that onto 49. And now, where is it? That's contacted there. That needs to slide. That's fine. So now what I want here is, so that's contacted. 49, I would do this. There. So this should be very similar to what I want. So I'm trying to make sure like where the toes are feels like it's rotating from there onwards. There. So I would just like grab one toe. Not grab, but just try to locate it, this section. And try to make sure that it feels like the whole foot is rotating from there. There we go. Like this. You know, it feels like it's swiveling from there. There's another swivel slide thing controller here. I don't like using that. Not this one. Yeah, this one here. I don't like it. Because now you have... Oh, hold on. There we go. I can do this very easily, but it means that when I come out of this pose, I need to zero this out again. I just don't like that. Why don't you like it, Fatih? It's just I like walking north, not south. There we go. And maybe a little bit of a foot roll. His foot wouldn't be super flat. So what was it before? 19. Let's go 10. And then from there onwards, I would just continue that motion. So let's look at his foot. We can't see it here, but we know because you guys in the chat know, just like me. Let's see what's being said in the chat. Just to let you guys know as well, do you hear like this? Hopefully you don't hear the fan in the background when I'm giving the live stream. Hopefully that's not, you know, affecting. All right, I want to make sure I get this out. So 60 frames. If I get the legs out the way, that's fine, because the next stream I'll just do the head and the arms, and that'll be 60 frames done, so we'll have 30 frames left. So I really want to push through with this. There. And the foot slides. There. That's cool. I think I want to work from, even though I have that pose done, I want to work from this one here. So 50, I want to continue that swivel. And maybe just like enough. No more twisting. Again, I'm looking for that toe, the middle one. There. Just pull him forward. Pull him there. There we go. And let's rework this kneecap like this. I will just keep that kneecap there. There's no need to animate the kneecap every 2 frames. I just need it to be around here. Then when he does that, a bit more like this. Go away. Like, you don't have to animate everything on 2s, guys, if it's not necessary. Just put the amount of information that's required. See, that is no good. There we go. Oh, quick question as well. I like I said to you guys, I like to keep the lectures, the live streams to a good 1 hour, 1 hour, 10, 15 minutes. Would you like to see longer streams? But I'm just afraid, I don't want it to be too much where we have too much information. Too much information as in like, hold on. I think this foot can be like that. Let's try this. I can't see what's happening here. That's why it's a little bit tricky. I'm trying to figure stuff out. Just see what this looks like. Yeah, so if you would like to see a longer live stream over like 1 hour, I just want to make sure that it's not too much all in one go. So do let me know in the chat. All right, let's see. Let me just spline this kneecap as well. Yeah, this part is much more tricky and stuff that I need to add in. But the more you do it, the easier it will get, because you're going to have to add less and less stuff in there. So let's see. Where is the, there we go, graph editor. Okay. So let's zoom in and grab the kneecap. That's fine. Let's grab the foot. Okay, cool. Around here, let's just make sure that there's no stepped keys. So we've worked on the hips, chest, and this right leg, screen right leg. I want to get this left leg out the way as well. I think we're doing kind of decent on time. Yeah, there we go. But what I would like towards the end is, where we go? Let me see me. I want to see me. So you see how he does, what does he do? Forgotten already. There. See how like he uses the front of his toe, this bit, to rotate that? Great. Around there, now I expect this to push that up. So it's the opposite now. The heel is doing this for that turn. That's like, I can't see it, but it just feels right. Sometimes it's a feeling. Think of me as like Morpheus and you guys are Neo. I'm trying to show you guys the way. You're all the one. All of you are the one. Okay, let's see. Oh, I'm getting feedback from the audio. Amazing. Cool. So let's see. The audio seems better. Did you play around with the settings? So Jack, I put the noise suppressor, and I think the fan noise was not coming in, but for some reason Mario pointed out that now for some reason my voice was like echoing twice. So when the stream finishes, I'm going to edit that, but if you watch the beginning of the stream, you'll see in the beginning that I think you guys were saying in the chat it's echoing, which is weird. But if you don't hear the fan in the background, that's amazing. So that's great. So yeah, I tweaked some stuff in OBS Studio, so we'll see. Hopefully it's better for you guys. All right, let's get that leg sorted there, that foot thing that I was talking about. So all I have to do is now, when this rotation is happening, it's happening too quick. There, that's where we need to go to. Great. So this one, I will just do, let's do the opposite of a foot roll. There. That's what I want. Let's rotate. That's too much. Let's go -6. Too much. Okay. Now, let's see if I'm able to, create what I imagine in my head. So that foot now, when it does that, we want like the heel to come up. So we've done this, and now we want like the heel to be planted with the foot coming up. There we go. Yep, that's kind of what I was looking for. Okay, cool. Now I just need to work on the kneecap, and we should be in a good position. Let's see. Show me how to do audio as well. Cool, guys. You all take the blue pill. No, I'm joking. Take the white pill. Even more blue than that. Cool. If you just joined the chat, please hit the like if you like the video. And as soon as I finish the stream, like you'll see in the beginning of the video, there's a double audio funny thing happening. So try to catch that. Or maybe just scroll back to see that in the beginning just now. Cool. All right. So let's continue. All right. There's some stuff that we need to fix around here on that back leg, but it's doing kind of what I want now. That. All right. Kneecap time. Let's fix that kneecap. So now I'm going to be just there doing this kind of stuff. Let me see where this goes. Okay, cool. That's awesome. So he's going there, there, there. That should continue. Like this. That should continue. This one here, whoops, there's some weird stuff happening. See, even in the controls for the kneecaps, you're still having nice arcs. And when I mean nice arcs, it's not just to be nice, but when there's weird up and downs happening, it tells me that you're having a big change all of a sudden. That's not helpful to the motion that you're trying to create. And this is what I'll do now. I'll scroll through, looking at the kneecap here, like just tracking this with my eyes. Where is it? Oh my god, it's disappeared. There we go. It's hiding. Okay, let's go in here, translate. It's moving, moving, moving. Oh, we want it to be less. So that does that. Cool. I want this to continue there. Okay, then it goes up a bit too quick. It goes up a bit too quick. I'm looking at this Jackie's move here and this over here. And look, the moment I'm bringing it close to what I want, it's creating that arc. And I'm going to guess this is going to be like this. Because if that's my end position. It's only around here there's some weird stuff happening. That's probably from the hips going screen right. Yeah, it's just this section here. It just comes out a bit too quick. There, that should help. Now, let's see. There's still some weird stuff happening on the kneecap that I need to fix, but for the most part, I think it's looking better. Yeah, it's this big kind of, the kneecap is coming, stays there, hits a wall, then turns. I just need to make sure that doesn't happen abruptly, like all of a sudden. And you might be thinking, Fatih, why isn't this done already? And I'm like, guys, animation takes time. Please, give me, like, more than 45 minutes, please. All right. Let's see that. Let's just scroll through and see that. So, okay, he's moving there, he's moving there, there, there. And look, it starts to just go straight down here. I would be tempted to force this a bit more. I'm creating that arc for the kneecap. There. Comes up. So even in the kneecaps, I'm trying to create nice arcs. It's now just like when he's at the bottom point, like the kneecap when it's around here, there. I think it's because I'm stretching the leg too far back. That stretch there is making the kneecap go up and then pop down again. Whereas if I look in the reference, it's just going down. Yeah. So, for those that don't like reference, it shows you what's happening. It makes me go, but why is it doing this? But why? So, anyway, look, you can see here as well, this doesn't feel like it's connected. Yeah, and let me know about, it's still early days, but let me know about subscription-based tutorials, demos, masterclasses. If that's something you'll be interested in, it'll be basically a constant flow of information from myself and lots of other animators. It's just animation. It's not like modeling, texturing and stuff like that. And you'll have like this kind of masterclass is in detailed on a regular basis. So you can watch whatever you want, whenever you want. Cool. All right. Let's look at the kneecap. So when I scroll through, the kneecap kind of stays around there, which is great. There. And then it stretches out. So cool. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that feels so much better. Is that me just praising my own shots? Did I just do that? It looks better, as in like my eyes aren't bleeding anymore. Like, oh, okay, I can animate now. Thank you. Cool. All right, let's get the other leg out of the way. We're kind of passing the 1 hour mark, but I'll make sure. Oh, you're off now. Okay, no worries. Gonna have to go now. Nice to have joined. Yeah. Well, you're more than welcome to join the stream, and feel free to watch the rest of the stream if you want to see how I tackle this part. But yeah, thanks for joining. Nice to have you on here. Cool. And let's see. Cool. All right. Let me just play the whole thing so we can take a look. Always good to recap where you are. So in the meantime, I'll play it like this first. Yeah. So you saw like the amount of detail that I put onto that right leg. So basically I've worked on the hips for the up and down. I've worked on the overall of the chest for the forward motion and backwards. And I've offset that by adding overlapping action for not just the hips for the whole body, but also for the chest to move screen right and left slightly before the body moves. So when the torso goes back into the background, rotates there. So around here, for example, whoops, stop. So for example, around here, when the body leans away from us, this bit away from us, I've also made sure that the chest, this section over here, the upper part of the torso, leads that motion ever so slightly, like a frame or two before. And then the next stage is after I have the screen left leg fixed, I will move on to the head and have the head leading the chest, which will then lead the body. So you'll have like this staggering domino effect of head, chest, hips, one leading before the other. That's kind of how you would have a organic motion of the body. Yeah. So let's do a quick play blast. That's always more accurate to... I always say to my students, always play blast, because you know what you're playing in your Maya play blast and time slider, like you're just hitting the play button, might not be the correct speed or frame range of what's happening. It can be a little bit deceiving. So you guys always want to like make a proper play blast, and I always recommend F-Check, which is Maya's built-in play blast machine. So it'll play it once and then it'll go through it frame by frame, caching it. And when it does play, after it's done the slow motion thing, you will see, you'll see the whole thing. There we go. So let's take a look. Okay, so the breathing's fine. He leans back, does that. I'm focusing on the right leg. It's fairly decent. Yeah, I think it's not too bad. I think it's kind of getting there. And the other leg should be easier because we can see it throughout, and he does this one back hop and slightly towards us. So around here. So if you look at this screen left leg that Jackie has and Mikey, he moves back. That's the first one we're going to work on there, that motion. And then afterwards there's a slight adjustment towards the camera. There. See that little moment where he's using the heel? It's the opposite of a foot roll. There. And a little adjustment hop. So 3 things. 1, hop back. I'm looking at the front leg, this one here. So 1, 2, and 3. So let's get that out of the way, and I think that's going to be it for today. And when we start the next session, I would just need to work on the arms and the head, and then we should be done. So I'll wrap this up with that leg, and then we can continue where we left off. Do you guys have any questions? And if you do pop it into the chat. Don't be afraid. Okay. So I want to... Actually, let's save. Now is a good time to save because we're getting close to where I want it to be. Okay. Let's go 5, 10,
I just thought I saved that as 45. No, it's 5. Cool. All right, let's go back to 28. I don't need this many frames. It's getting confusing. Oh, and even over here, right? Look, I see something very small that I didn't notice. Just before this foot goes back, look at Jackie's foot around this frame. It's a slight rotation forward, which will be awesome to have there. There. See that? The screen left leg? Whoa, what have I done? There. I want to add that in there as well. I think I could just do that with a swivel thing. I don't want to... Let's see. There. It's happening from 33 to 35. Let's try do that. Can even animate from here. There. And let me see when it stops. He does that. Oh, and then he goes up. Okay, cool. Around here is where we need to really stop doing that. Okay. At this point, I can maybe do this. But why is the kneecaps like this? All right. Okay, the foot is going to be moving now. There. So let me put this in there first. So let's move the foot back so we get that pose that Jackie's got. There. Let's rotate. See how like the calf is more towards him? Something like this. This needs to be a bit more up, a bit more rotated like this. That's too much. Yeah, and like, I can do exactly what I've got here. However, his foot and Jackie's foot are completely different. So I need to find a middle ground. Yeah, he's doing that, but not as much. There. Yeah, the foot plant's here, not there. So I want to grab this and pull it back. Let's put this into spline. Pull this up maybe a little bit. Okay, and I want to keep it planted there as well. So let's see how many frames. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there. For 2 frames, it's completely planted, and then it goes 1, 2, 3. It rotates the other way, then it lands. Ah, got ya. I see it. Okay, let's see with the amount of stuff that I have in there, what that leg looks like. It's a little bit noisy. We have that small adjustment that we've added. The kneecap is not really helping, but I've got that plant now. Yeah, but it's sliding, isn't it? There, when it lands on 45, and it needs to stay up until 48, 47. We have something happening there. So let's see. So 45, let's get rid of this one. Let's get rid of this. I have all these weird rotations here. I want to get rid of all that. Okay, so this 45 and 47 should be the same. It's just planted on the floor. There. And let's get rid of any like non-weighted tangents in there. Okay, there's some stuff that we need to fix around here, but I think we're getting pretty close, guys. Let me just spline this, because the clickiness of the kneecap never helps. There. I think the first step back, the timing works nice. So if you were to look at what Jackie's doing here and him, the timing works good. And even like the slide across isn't too bad. I think it's more readable with... I think it's not too bad, actually. I just think I just think Mikey is sliding across a bit too much. That's why it looks a bit weird. And it's awesome because I can see that now. Now I think I can pull this back a bit to avoid that slide. And this means I can go to the hips and now pull him back a bit because that's going to affect all the poses. So it has a domino effect that you always need to push and pull a little bit. So, oh, now I can see why my foot is doing that. And to fix that foot, I need to not drag it towards us around here. And to not do that, that means he can't be coming close to us towards the camera anymore. So that had a knock-on effect, so I went back up. And yeah. Let's see. Well, let's see how long the stream is taking. I think it's been like an hour and 10 minutes maybe. So another 5 minutes and I should be done with this, guys. So I'm coming towards the part of the stream where I'm more than happy to take any questions that are outside of this. So yeah, have any questions, let me know. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest. I just think maybe like, it's maybe not in the foot. So he does that rotation, but then he slides away again. That's the problem. It slides away. So for example, when this foot goes there, that's why it doesn't feel like it's rotating from the spot. Not good. Nope, it's not this. It's this guy here. There we go. That needs to stay on the spot. I like how I zoom in as well, whilst zooming here. That's a very farty trait. So rotate this guy a little bit. Yeah, and then it slides away. We don't want that. We want to stay here. And when he does go from there to there, oh, it moves over 2 frames. So okay, over this 1 frame, we could just lift it up a little bit. Nope, that's a rotation. We want this. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Hopefully, a little bit more better. All right. Alrighty. Okay, I'm liking that stream left foot. It still feels like I can do a little bit more towards the very end. But all those little adjustments just before he, around there, like around frame 34, around here. If you look at this leg, twist, I like that. The timing of the back, and then the whole readjustment. It does feel like it slides a little bit at the end. It just needs to feel... Yeah, I think we're getting there, guys. This is quite the like advanced stuff as well, just to let you know. So, but it gives you an opportunity to see me animating something in detail. Like I said, more of this will be on a subscription that I'm going to be giving out hopefully soon. So you'll be seeing a lot of this on a regular basis for easy to medium to hard shots. And I will be doing stuff that you guys like as well. So let's see, hold on, 100 frames. 100 frames. Let's see the whole shot. With stepped and, you know, with the mixture of the whole thing. So he's there, he's breathing, he dodges back, goes into dodge. There you go. Yeah, so as you can see, we're getting to a point where the beginning of the shot, the breathing is getting, you know, feeling quite fluid and natural. That dodge coming backwards, I've made quite a bit of progress on the legs, the adjustments and sliding and, you know, lots of foot rolls and twisting. And yeah, I think we've got like a good 60 frames out the way. Obviously from frame 30 to 60, I've focused mainly on the torso from the chest to the hips and the legs. But that's the main thing that's driving the whole body. I can focus next time on part 8, I think, on the arms. And hopefully by like part 8, end of part 8, we will have a good 60 frames of animation out the way. And then we should only be focusing on the last 30 frames, 40 frames of the animation. So yeah, I'm going to leave that there and let me know if you guys have any questions. So this is going to be the end of Body Mechanics Masterclass Part 8. Body Mechanics Masterclass Part 7. Yeah, it's going to be the end of that for now. And next time it's going to be Part 8. So let me know if you have any questions. And leave in the comment section as well, like, about the Spider-Verse animation demo that I was talking to you guys about. If that's something that interests you, let me know in the comments. And yeah, I'm happy to take any questions now from you guys. Let me see if there's any questions in the chat. You guys, any questions? Anything you're curious about? Things you might like to see? Maybe things you've seen that you've liked that you maybe had a question on? No, we're good. So yeah, I think we've managed to get a few things out. So I think in like two spline sessions, we've got a good 60 frames out, excluding just the arms. Next class we can, well, next demo we can make sure we focus on those, like the head animation, making sure the neck and the head works. And then the arms, and finally we can move on to the last part where he does this little hop, like double punch, punch, hop, and then turns around. But yeah, that's going to be it. Let's see. I think we don't have any questions. Yeah, if you do have any questions, feel free to drop it into the comments regardless. I'm more than happy to get back to you guys then. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy that, and I'm going to leave it there for end of part 7, and I'll see you guys on part 8. So yeah, see you guys.